As if the ongoing pandemic isn't enough to deal with, now we have another hurricane. I know early in the season I did a story called the Hurricane Chronicles. Season begins. That was like a month ago, I think. No, that was before Hurricane, so it was in May. So now it's 31st. Hurricane's supposed to be here like early in August, but the thing that's a real hassle is it's time to move the patio furniture back in the living room. This is the first time I can think of that I'm really glad I don't have the pool outside anymore, because wow, would that be a drag. Anyway, yes, time to bring the furniture back inside. Yep, there we go, just like last time. Then the table and the chairs will go in front of it, and so it actually fit pretty good last time, so it should be alright this time too. And one more time we got the patio in the living room. And it seems to fit okay. Just like last year. So, listening to the news on Friday night, it's supposed to hit us tomorrow sometime, Saturday as a Category 1. It'll probably go away on Sunday, something like that. But, yeah. Isaias. Let me get that. I wrote down the pronunciation of this one because I'm not really sure what it is. It's Isaias. Yeah. Isaias. I-S-I-A-S. Isaias. Alright, Isaias is the Spanish form of the biblical name Isaiah. Isaiah was a Hebrew prophet who predicted the coming of Jesus Christ 700 years before his birth. Now, why would anyone name a hurricane after an ancient Hebrew prophet? Well, maybe he's trying to say, "Hi, I'm a Category 1 hurricane hitting Florida in the midst of a pandemic that has already destroyed the theme park industry and therefore the economy just before an election in which you get to choose between two douchebags, either of which will finish the job." So what's being said by Isaias? That we're going to have to wait 700 years before things don't suck anymore? So on top of coronavirus and all the other crap going on, yeah, hurricane, first one, yay. Now you'll notice behind me there's a big donut back there. Last year I kind of wanted to go and ride my donut in hurricane rain because it'll fill up the whole backyard. So, well, maybe tomorrow. You never know. You never know. Well, good morning, everybody. It's first thing Saturday morning, and I mean first thing too. It's like 5 o'clock, and I just turned the news on. So they're doing the news about the approaching hurricane. So so far nothing to worry about, but might hit us with the Category 1 or at least tropical storm force. So we'll see. Like I said, I put everything in here last night, and so as we warm up, we'll see what's going on. I don't think I need any supplies or anything. I've got batteries. So we should be fine here, but yep, this is first Saturday. We'll see what the effects are when the sun's up, huh? Well, I didn't actually think I needed any hurricane supplies until, of course, I looked around and realized that, well, one of the most important ingredients was totally missing. So I jumped on my bicycle and rode down to Millennial Plaza and ended up here, the ultimate store for hurricane supplies. When it comes to hurricane supplies, there's no place like this place. Yep. And there it is, the rest of the hurricane supplies. Okay, well, it's Saturday afternoon now, and I have to admit, I feel like a friggin' moron. I can't believe I let myself be convinced by the sensational news television that there was this killer storm coming that I had to prepare everything for. So I've got all this stuff in the living room now, and today's weather was picture perfect. It was warm, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. The storm stalled instead of being in here on Saturday night like they said it would. It stalled around the Bahamas, drew in a whole bunch of dry air, and now they're saying that tomorrow it'll come up the coast as a tropical storm and bring a little rain. And even you know, earlier in the day they were talking about 50-mile-an-hour winds here. It's down now to like 20-mile-an-hour winds. I look outside, and everybody else in my community, nobody brought their stuff inside, even if there was a letter from the management. I'm the only one that did it. I feel like such a fool. Oh well, so it's not going to come in tonight anyway, right? It's not even supposed to be here until sometime tomorrow afternoon, so it'll probably just be a rainstorm. But we'll see when it gets here. But right now, wow, do I feel stupid. Well, it's now Sunday morning and I'm watching the news. And I feel just as much of a fool as I did last night. Oh, Isaias is just kind of hovering over the Bahamas. It's turned into a tropical storm now, so it's not even a hurricane anymore. It didn't hit us last night like it was supposed to. And in fact, the impact on us is supposed to be, it's going to be a little rainy and maybe a little windy much later this afternoon. So, once again, you know what I think all this is, personally? The news has been overemphasizing and overdoing it with this whole pandemic ever since March. So it's like, you know, and then there was all the riots and all of oh God, all the rest of it. So that everything they report these days seems like a super important, big friggin' deal. And it's kind of easy to get sucked into it, especially if you get up every day and watch it. I mean, me personally, ever since the beginning of the lockdown, I can't sleep past 4. And if I drink anything, if there's any alcohol involved, then I usually will wake up at about 3 in a cold sweat, screaming from terrible nightmares. I wonder what a shrink would think of all that. I don't know, but so it's like I get up and I watch the news just to see what else is going on because everything seems to be so dire. And they just keep selling it. They're selling it now. I mean, you can just see this storm falling apart, turned into a tropical storm rather than a hurricane, and they're still doing all of this crisis reporting, as if this is just going to kill everybody. Wow. Yep, here we have hurricane warning. Look at that. Not a cloud in the sky. It's like 7 in the morning. Jeez. Well, would you look at this? It's actually raining. Not exactly the downpour that we would have thought, but then again, the news station said that it would come in spurts, it would come and go. And now it's getting a little bit more harsh. If we're going to start getting all of this, perhaps I should get my donut handy. That's right, a little wind, but no storm. This is exactly, 6 o'clock and it's passed us by. You can see outside that there's nothing going on there at all. So, just like Dorian, prepared for absolutely nothing. However, there is one upside to this whole thing. At least, Total Wine put decent Yellowtail Merlot on sale. At least the hurricane supplies weren't a bust. Yeah. So here's what happened. While we were expecting the worst here in Florida, high above the state, a layer of Saharan dust was pushing extremely dry air at the western edge of the storm, driving all its energy into the Atlantic and literally shielding us from this tropical storm's effects. Bottom line, no donut. All right, it's first thing Monday morning. Obviously, the hurricane passed us by with no damage or anything else. So it's all over, but everything's still in the living room. So the mission for this morning is as soon as the light's out, I gotta sneak all this stuff back out on the patio before I have to do it in front of all the neighbors and take the walk of shame. Since, once again, I was the only one dumb enough to put all this stuff inside. So, it's what? 5 after 6 now, so in about an hour, we'll put everything back outside. Okay, coast is clear. I think I can bring the stuff out now. All right. That's it for Hurricane Unpronounceable. And remember, for more wanderings, don't forget to subscribe.
Smoking rockets, Commander. You mean they haven't subscribed already?
Subscribe to The Last Wanderer of Mars. And when you do, don't forget to ring that bell for notifications of all our upcoming shows.